Okay, so you're in the bedroom with an amazing lady and your clothes are off and it's getting really hot and heavy. But there's one major issue. You're trying to rise to the occasion, but no matter how much you want it, your manhood stays down like it's stuck in sleep mode. It is a difficult moment for you and it's frustrating. And it also feels so embarrassing, I'm sure. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be this way in this video. I'm going to tell you what women really think when a man cannot get hard in bed or loses his erection. And once you understand that, I will show you how you can confidently handle the situation. So you still come out looking like a sexual rock star that she wants to jump in bed with over and over and over again, without thinking twice. So if that sounds good, I want you to pay attention, keep watching, get a pen out. We'll get started in a sec. I'm Marn, and from here on out, I'm going to be your very own personal wing girl. And every week, I'm going to give you the obvious insider info about what women really want versus what they say they want, plus the most effective methods to win over any woman you like. So hit that subscribe button now so that you never have to miss a video of mine. So before I tell you how to confidently handle things when you can't get it up, I want to tell you about an amazing product called Joy Mode that will help you avoid being in this situation in the first place. Joy Mode is today's video sponsor, and their sexual performance booster is an all-natural science-backed supplement solution to increase blood flow, firmness, stamina, and performance. I don't want you ever taking recreational prescriptions and over-the-counter gas station pills to help you in the bedroom. These products are terrible. Not these. The gas station ones are terrible and can hurt you in the long run. I would much rather you take a supplement designed to spice things up naturally, rather than a prescription drug that can have harmful effects down the road. So Joy Mode's sexual performance booster is like a pre-workout. But for sex, so you take it anywhere from 45 minutes to 5 hours before you have sex. And you can expect to get one of your best directions. Men across nation have turned to Joy Mode, with over 1 million packets taken, to elevate their sexual performance. So if you want to spice things up in the bedroom, boost your sexual performance, and support your overall heart health and quality of life, and do it naturally without nasty prescription drugs, then I want you to give Joy a try. They're fantastic. Not that I have a penis, but you know what I mean? Go to tryjoymode.com, Marnie, or enter Marnie at checkout for 20% off your first order. That is, use joymode.com, Mary, for 20% off your first order. Thank you very much, Joy Mode, for sponsoring today's video. Alright, back to how to handle it if you find yourself having trouble getting hard. So first things first, how much does she really care if you can't get hard or lose your erection? Well, the short answer is not as much as you think, because here's what actually goes on in her mind. If you can't think, get things going. 9 out of 10 times she begins to blame herself. Yes, most men assume that if they can't rise to the occasion, women immediately start judging and mentally criticizing them. But the truth is, for most women, if not all, the first instinct is to look inward and criticize ourselves. We start to think, is he not that into me? Am I not that attractive? Does he not find me attractive? Can he see my cesarean scar? Is there something wrong with my body? Did I do something wrong? Do I smell? Does he see my belly rolls and lose his attraction for me? Like, there's all these things that are going on in our head about ourselves. Not about you. It's all very self-critical and brings about feelings of shame and insecurity. It doesn't occur to her that it might just be a problem that you're experiencing. She thinks it has to be about her. She holds herself responsible for the fact that you're not getting hard or that you just lost your erection. Even if she outwardly blames you, she still thinks that herself. Even if she's a generally confident person, it's in our nature to look inward and blame ourselves when things go sideways. And it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship with this woman or you're just having a one-night stand with her. This is the most typical reaction that happens in her mind. It's what we think. Which means while you're laying there, feeling like crap about yourself, while you're wondering what she's thinking about you, and how much she's let down by you right now, she's kind of doing the exact same thing herself on her end. So before you fall into a negative spiral and start torturing yourself with thoughts like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing, or she must be losing interest in me, or she must think I'm such a loser, remember that she's most likely lying there feeling bad about herself, not losing interest in you. In fact, if you're in a relationship with this woman, this could even lead to a deeper concern and insecurity in her mind. She might even begin to feel like you're losing interest in her altogether, that your attraction for her is fading away, and your relationship could be at risk of even ending. And this might sound like a stretch to most guys, but this type of thinking is actually far more common than you realize, especially when the woman is really into she doesn't turn you on. And the longer she feels this way, the more she's going to want to avoid sleeping with you and probably seeing you. Another thing that can make this situation go from bad to worse is if a guy gets angry and defensive about it. So let's say the guy pulled away and the woman started asking him, "What happened? What's wrong? What's wrong?" Triggers a lot of men at this point if he just lashes out at her, throws a temper tantrum, tells her to leave him alone, and doesn't give her a proper explanation. It's going to be extremely damaging to the relationship that they have and to their sex lives forever. And if it was a one-night stand, this incident is going to lower her sense of confidence and self-worth, and make her feel like she's either bad in bed or unattractive, or probably both. On the other hand, the more that you avoid talking about this situation, the more you'll let your own sense of shame persist inside of you. And you'll start to see yourself as a guy who has this disability in bed, right? As a guy who can't satisfy women sexually, who can't stay hard, and unknowingly or knowingly, you'll start to act in ways that sabotage your relationships with women, whether they are casual or you're serious. So let's get back to our main question of how do you deal with the situation? What is the right way to deal with it? Well, if you haven't guessed it by now through what I said, not to do what you need to do is start talking about it. You need to explain the situation to her instead of hiding the situation from her. And it's not that complicated, in fact. Here is a simple formula that you can use. If this happens, step 1, address the problem. Step 2, tell her it's not her fault. Step 3, shift your focus onto her. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. I'm going to give you an example. You can cut and paste so you're in the bedroom you're about. You're not able to get hard. Just say something like this. "Hey, listen, it's just not going to happen for me tonight. It's not because of you. By the way, you look freaking incredible and so sexy right now. In fact, let me just focus on you today. I want you to feel good. I want to make you feel good." See how simple that was? Address the problem. Tell her it's not her fault. Tell her you'll focus on her instead. Now, a crucial part of making this work is your delivery, the way that you say it. You don't want to sound like you're apologizing or you're embarrassed, which I know will be tough in this situation. Instead, you want to sound totally calm and casual, like it's no big deal. Why? Because she's going to instinctively mirror your vibe. She will mirror your attitude towards the situation. In other words, if you seem like you've done something wrong or embarrassing, she's going to instinctively take it that way. But if you act like it's no big deal, it's not going to be a big deal for her. And I can promise you that you can even practice this in front of the mirror to make it easy. Secondly, her focus is going to shift to the fact that you still want to pleasure her, like bing, 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 like winner here. And she's going to love you for it. Okay? I don't have to do anything. X have to lie back and be pleasured. Amazing, she's going to feel really cared for and valued, and she's going to love it, even if it's a sexual fling. And that's going to make this experience even more memorable for her. Plus, he'll make sure that she doesn't leave feeling sexually frustrated. If she's extremely turned on and ready to go, she doesn't want the night to end abruptly, and just because you can't get hard doesn't mean that it has to end. Remember, sexual pleasure doesn't always mean like one thing, having sex. It can mean many other things. There are many other ways to make her eyes roll back and get her moaning and screaming in ecstasy. You can go down on her, you can finger her, you can do a million things. You can be giving her explosive mind, melting orgasms and leave her sore and breathless without a single second of penetration. Remember that the next time you have trouble getting a hard on, there are many things you can do. Plus, as a side benefit, if you shift your focus away from your soft penis and putting it all on, pleasuring her in many cases, you'll put your mind at ease, take the pressure off of your shoulders, and as a result, actually end up getting that rock-hard boner that you've been chasing all this time. And that's all you need to know about how to handle this tricky situation in the bedroom that stresses so many guys out. But that said, now, there's something I'd like to know from you. Yes, you're watching this video right now,